before they wonder where could at. You know I'm paving a roadmap. You're locked into the cool cast.
So now, can I ask a question?
You ready to begin?
Well, are we gonna be live?
We live now.
No, we're not gonna be live.
You mean
Are
live?
you gonna
live?
edit? You're gonna edit? Do you
Yeah,
edit?
we'll put it out over time.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nah, it goes to the process. Not live here. This is our segment, right? It's called Dreamers Create Cool, where we bring some of the coolest people from all walks of life that are doing cool things and have cool stories. We bring them here to have a cool conversation.
I like that.
Yeah, we love it.
And you're one of the cool people.
I'm a cool person.
You have a cool story.
Hold on. Y'all heard that? She said it herself. She's a cool person.
Mm-hmm.
Most people be like, oh, thank you. Y'all think I'm cool. Not Helen.
No.
So we sitting here with Helen Mitchell. Well, first of all, hold on. Before we get to Helen, I'm Willi Millions.
And I'm Trudez.
And we are sitting here. We have a special guest. Special. We should have had this conversation on a Sunday.
Right.
That's how special it is. You know what I mean? But it's midweek, and we're at Cool World, so all rules are off.
I like cool world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world is cool, right?
The world is cool.
You know our tagline?
What? I saw it somewhere.
What was it?
Say it. About create.
We say the coolest thing about this world
Is that we get to create it?
we
There
create
you
it.
go.
Yeah. I saw it some. I
We
saw
find
it.
out you did your homework,
I'm
Helen.
doing my local homework.
Yeah, hyper local homework.
Yeah.
You gotta do your homework. Shout out to Trinidad James. You know what I mean? Trinidad got a store called Homework.
Yeah.
And he said you gotta do
You
it.
gotta do your
You
homework.
gotta do your homework.
Yeah. Shout out to all the students doing their homework too.
It's called Know Before You Go.
Know
Come
before
on,
you
know
go.
before you go. I like
Know
that.
before you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anywhere. You need to know before you go.
Big fact.
True.
You should be a life student.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't wait to get into this conversation.
I love it.
If y'all know who Helen is, and y'all gonna get to know her,
Right.
because this is why she's sitting here. She is. I'm sure she wears many hats.
Many hats.
Many hats. Do you want to give us a couple of hats?
No,
that
you
know?
tell me which hat you know about.
Well, I know you're an awesome mom,
Yes.
right? I know that. I know, you do some kind of artistic endeavor.
I do.
You know.
She's an educator.
She's an educator.
She is.
She's a part of, is it called the society? It's called the Sophisticates.
The
but
Sophisticates, yes.
I don't know, is that
It's a social group.
Social group, that's what it is, a social group.
For the
So-
purposes of having a good time.
Right, you go.
Right. Stay
Yeah.
active.
Stay active
Mm-hmm.
We,
and do what you need to do
right? And we
to
know
live a life that you want to live.
we just found out you're a lefty with the lucky number 12.
Yes, 12-12, and I'm a lefty.
And
And
you
she's a
don't-
wonderful wife.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
a wonderful wife and a wonderful friend. I love friendship.
Oh yeah.
It's a big thing for me.
I agree.
How many friends do you have?
Enough.
That's a question that I just
Enough. I haven't, I
one
don't.
hand or two hands.
Probably, most would say 2.
What would you say?
I'd say 2. Yeah. Some days it's only one hand.
I feel you. They be on and off.
The other hands got
But that's
to
what
go
make good
and
friends,
take
though.
a rest.
That's
Yeah.
what make good friends.
Yeah. And then they'll come back and then I'll have 2 hands.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It's all good.
Ebb and flow.
And, that's,
I like that.
that's real life.
Yeah.
It's real life. It's every day.
And no love lost,
Yes.
Go away, come back. Fine.
And we know you got good taste in fashion. You didn't spare your pearls today, though. I like
Oh,
that.
no,
I like
no,
that
no.
you came with the
I knew
pearls
I
on.
was coming someplace special, so I
Come
had
on.
to be.
Ready. Camera ready. I like
Well,
what's
cool.
going. Can you?
It's the jacket, though. I
Can
love
you?
the jacket.
Can you? Give us a rundown of like what What went
Well,
into
I don't
the
know why.
inspiration
I
behind
just
this
decided to throw this jacket on because I like jackets.
Me
thing?
too.
Yeah.
And so it's an animal print. It's
Uh-huh.
a snake print. And then I just threw these on just for,
Yeah.
you know.
For aesthetic.
Everybody needs something that makes them feel good.
Yeah.
So this is my feel good for today.
I'm not mad at it. It's actually a good choice.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, we were talking about, before we get to the story of the inspiration that you once shared with us at one point in time about special people in your life, we were talking about this book.
Yes.
So before we get to that, I want you to, because you said this book had some,
Significance.
mhm.
And
It's been sitting on our table here at Cool World for a long
Yeah,
time.
for years.
you guys are plugged in.
Okay.
You're plugged in. And you didn't know it yet.
No.
No, we didn't.
But there's a whole world going on right now, right this very moment,
Uh-huh.
about being a dandy.
Okay.
Yes. And so before I walked into this space, I was thinking as I was coming in that I hope that something that I would share would be significant and meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to set that intention before I knew anything about what we were going to be doing. So
Okay.
when I got out my car, I said, I'm just going to take a moment and set the intention that something that I will say will be meaningful and significant. And then I came in and I came to the table, and this is the first thing
First thing you said.
first thing I saw, and I was sharing that I bought that book around the holidays, actually,
This past holiday.
past holiday, just passed, and was going to give it as a gift, and then I ended up giving the book away. And 2 days ago, I called a bookstore locally to see if I could get the book, so I'm gonna have to order it
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to replace this book. But seeing it on the table is a reminder that right now, the Met Gala
Yeah.
just took place on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can let it ring. We don't gotta worry about it.
If
We
you're
good?
right. And so
The Met Gala.
the Met Gala,
Uh-huh.
which is, the big fashion deal.
Yeah. We went to a YouTube content creator experience
Oh, did you?
that was centered around the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. And so I went to a Met Gala watch party. But the interesting thing about the Met Gala is that, first of all, there are 4 chairs, all black men, and each one of them received a cover to the Vogue May issue.
Okay.
So it's A$AP Rocky, Lewis Hamilton, Domingo, and Pharrell Williams. Each one of them is on the cover of the May issue of Vogue.
Okay.
And the whole thing is about dandyism, about what dandyism means, how important it is to black men, how it has been centuries old. But what's interesting is that our young men probably have never heard the term dandy,
No.
and yet here's the book sitting on your table that's dandy. And if you'll reach in my purse, before I got out of my car, I actually picked this up
Ooh.
and brought it in with me. I wasn't real sure why, but one thing was because my son shot this cover, and
Can we flip it around?
yeah.
Her son shot the cover.
Yeah, my son's a photographer, and
One of the best photographers in the world.
Yeah.
he is a global celebrity photographer.
You just
He is.
can't just
Yeah.
say
You guys say his name?
Yeah,
Tell him.
yeah. He is. His name is Tyler Mitchell,
Uh-huh.
and all of his work is at Tyler Photos. And so somehow, when I got out that car, before I set the intention that what I would say would be meaningful, I said, "Oh, let me bring this." Now, mind you, there were 2 issues in there: Lewis Hamilton and this one. And this is that young man who shot this cover. But anyway, I say
That's your
all
son.
yes, that's my son.
Yeah.
But I say
Right.
I
She breezed
say
through that.
I
love
say
it.
I say all of that to say that the four men who are the chairs of the Met Gala brought to life the whole concept of being a dandy.
Gotcha.
And in each of the issues, and I really think it's important because, like, Tyler the Creator, they're saying, is a modern day dandy.
For sure.
So,
we love Tyler.
So our kids will understand, you know, younger people will understand that there are now, you know, people that they need to understand because of how they embodied and embraced. This is the dandy who lives in New York, Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan,
Yeah.
And so it's important for us to know a part of our history. And the good news about this whole Met thing is that it is bringing to light the whole concept of a dandy.
What does dandy mean to those
So
who-
dandy is a way of expressing your style, your freedom, your dress. It says something about you. It's a way of being recognized for your significance when people may not recognize you. People who take you for granted or would look past you. It's a way of saying, pay attention.
Yeah.
It's freedom. It's freedom of choice. It's style. They say it's swagger. It's being able to make yourself stand out from the crowd.
Gotcha.
So the whole thing of dandy. And so this book is called Dandelion, and this is a modern day dandy.
Right.
Who, by the way, is really trying very, very hard to be sure that our young people understand how important it is with the way our grandmothers, grandparents, present day dandies are establishing their freedom and their style. So it's everyone's individual style. And this Met Gala was all about
that.
super tailoring Black style. So that was the theme.
And with the super tailoring of Black style, your son, wasn't he on the cover of, was it Superfine as well?
He shot this whole thing,
For-
and he's been on a lot of covers and a lot of things. He shot this whole 10-page thing, but he's been talking a lot about dandy. And what you're saying is he was noted as one of, like, really best dressed or really representing a dandy at the Met Gala. He attended.
My name is Tyler Mitchell. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, ATL.
ATL is in the house. Stop playing. Okay. We see a fit. Describe it.
Wales Bonner, head to toe.
Damn.
My sister, my friend, my
Okay.
collaborator. With a boa, leather gloves.
Bam.
Referencing a photo I made for that Superfine Tailoring Black Style catalog.
Ooh. So what's tonight's theme mean for you?
Tonight's theme means so much. I mean, it's a lot of my own work as a photographer and as an artist to think about the importance of dress and fashion as it relates to identity. And it's to celebrate the beauty of Blackness in all its many forms. As it relates to dandyism, tailoring, and style.
Okay. What's your favorite meal?
You already know, man. Trin City Roadie Shop.
Damn. Okay. Let the people know your zodiac sign.
Aries.
Big Aries. You look amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Because there was a young model.
Yes.
Christian
So yes, there's
Latchman.
there's now a book that is called Superfine Tailoring Black Style, and that gentleman, the young man you're talking about, is on the cover. So he is now the face of the Metropolitan Museum, which has all of the styles of the different periods of dandy, all the way back with, Andre Leon Talley, Dapper Dan, Dandy Wellington. There's just so many who have paved the way, who have kind of been in the background until this emergence of us really understanding how significant it is about what we wear, what we put on our bodies, and how we show up, and what our style is.
It's about time.
And to be celebrating 4 Black men on the cover of Vogue magazine.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a
talking
big deal.
about. Yeah.
As Pharrell would say, it's our turn.
It's our turn.
For
Yes,
sure.
our turn.
Shout out to Pharrell and Black Ambition.
Yes.
all those doing things for the
And
culture.
hopefully that's all a motivation and an inspiration to young people to know that, you know, it may not be the straight path that you think you have to take to get you where you have to go. That you may have to deviate, you may have to go in a different direction. You may go in a place you never even thought you would and still end up doing what it is you want to do.
And that phrase right there, or that statement right there, was kind of like the foundation for what you were telling us, how you willed or inspired your son to champion
Yes.
to chase his dreams. We usually tell the guests, give us the short version of how that happened, but
Not today.
not today. We want the detailed version of where it started and how, because I mean, to say my son is a global photographer who has graced the cover of Vogue, is an influential part in the Met Gala, and have done these great things. I would say, like, how did that start? Like, how did he get to that point?
So before we get to him,
Okay.
because I think this is the message that I hope that I leave with parents when I talk to parents, you know, anywhere and everywhere. They ask me, "Oh, how'd you do this? How'd this happen?" And this is important for the kids and for future. And that's that I never believed that I was in charge of what happened to the person that happened to be in the household with me that I was raising. I never assumed that I was totally 100% in control of what he thought, what he did. I was an influencer. I would tell him what we believed in. I would give him our foundation. I would tell him what was important and what were the rules of our household.
Yeah.
But I never felt like who he became and what he was going to do was up to me.
You gave the structure.
I just gave the structure, and I made things available to him. I exposed him to as much as I could that I thought would help him to create his own ideas.
You laid the foundation.
I laid the foundation. And sometimes as parents, we have legacies that we're trying to live up to, or we have histories we're trying to live up to. And so we want our kids to follow in those steps. And not every kid is gonna be the one to follow in those steps. You know, they may not want the college that we want them to go to. They may not want to be the person or whatever the profession is that we think we want them. I think the greatest gift that I gave this young man was the gift of freedom of choice.
Yeah.
I worked with him on his choices. They weren't always the most significant and the most important or the most careful or the smartest choices in every he's a kid. He was growing up.
Exactly.
But I gave him enough space to really think about the choice, and I would always say make a wise choice.
Yeah.
That was my rule. Make a wise choice. And you can always get out of anything because you always have parents who are here behind you to support you. And if you do get into some situations that are not positive, we'll be here. And no questions asked. We will support you in whatever it is that we need to do. And I think being an only child and having that rule and having to monitor that rule with just one kid was simpler than if we had three or if we had
that
four.
was gonna be my next
because
question.
each child is wired and comes wired differently.
Yeah.
So you may have told one, oh, there's a freedom world out there. Go out there and find yourself. And the next thing you know, they're in jail somewhere, or they got problems, or there's something that happens. So you have to deal with, as a parent, you have to make some decisions about who you have. And this person that was given to us to bring into this, to adulthood was a very humble, very intelligent, and very smart and wise and a kid who was very inquisitive. He liked doing things that were a little different, and was always very quiet, and was always studying things to understand how they work. So my second thing would be, as a parent, know who you have in your house.
Yeah.
You know, study them. They'll tell you who they are, and if you study them and watch what they're doing and what they're showing you, you will know then, should I take a left, should I take a right? Oh no, they're not doing that. You know, we used to laugh because we would talk about soccer, and we would say the thing that Tyler went to soccer for was the orange slices at halftime. You know, like the parents would come out with the orange slices, and he would be as happy as he could be. Now, the rest of the game, not so much.
Yeah.
But the orange slices were a big thing. So that said, well, don't think we got a soccer player, right?
Yeah.
So I think you have to be in tune.
Wasn't competitive in that degree.
Exactly.
Not
Exactly.
for real.
So, camera purchased,
Yeah.
started taking photos on his own of skateboarders, went to different skate parks, thought he was gonna be a skateboarder, didn't work out. So he then began to take photographs, videos, study videos.
How old was this?
Probably 14,
Okay.
around
that's about
13,
ninth grade,
14,
eighth, ninth
yeah.
grade.
Yeah, and then from there decided he really loved photography and really loved taking photos, but then really became interested in movie making. And so he wanted to go to a university that would excite that passion.
Now, let me ask you this before you keep going there. Were you and your husband creatives?
No,
So,
no,
okay.
we're not creatives. Now, people will say, Helen, you shouldn't say that. You're very creative. I didn't own that for a long time. I felt like I was a professional. I did blah, 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 blah. And I never saw myself as a creative.
Right.
But I am.
For sure.
Now, I lean into that because I now see where I have been living a life of a creative. But I never knew that because no one in our household, no one in our history had that as their label until we got one.
So then you got one.
Then you got one, then you see what a creative can do.
You
Right.
see what it can do.
And what it looks like and how they show up. And so now I'm beginning to identify with some of the things that now I see. Oh yeah, that's a creative element that I didn't know.
And that's great looking back.
Yes.
But when you were in the moment, dealing with the creative,
Yes.
probably good.
But just in case it's
No, I'm saying we're good. You don't have to worry about not answering. When you were in the moment and you weren't identifying with your creativity. Oh. He'll call back. That's crazy. I see he's gonna call back. He's gonna wonder if you were okay.
Hey, on your life on the run.
Nah, that's good. That's good. That was funny. So, when you were dealing with the creative and you hadn't yet identified with your creativity, how was that process, or how was that time period when you were trying to figure out, what is my son about to be doing? Like, what is...
Conflicting. Yeah, it was a conflict because we didn't know any creatives. We didn't know how you make money being a creative. We didn't understand what a creative's life would look like because we didn't have one to really measure it by.
Okay.
So we were in confusion in the beginning. We were like, what's he gonna do? And people would ask us, creatives or, people, they would name different art forms. It's hard for them to make money.
Yeah.
He's gonna always be living with you. And, they
Just put that broken
always
narrative on
come
it.
back.
Yeah.
They go away, but they'll be back.
Yeah.
And, parents they had their own stereotypes and they were terrified. And so they tried to give that fear to us, but we had a very strong-willed individual who was very clear on what he was going to do.
Okay.
And he helped shape and formulate us to believe in him and what he saw as his path. And, you know, we didn't fight with it. We said, okay, that's what you're gonna do? Okay, we'll support that, you know? And if it works out, fabulous. And if it doesn't, you always have us.
Was this before or after college?
This was before college.
Okay.
Because in selecting the college, you know, that's another thing. You know, we're all worried about, well, how are we gonna pay for that? Are we gonna get scholarship money? Can we find a way to support the dream? You know, that's the reality of being a parent. You always gotta weigh their ideas, their goals against, can you afford it? Does it work for us? Is it okay? So I would not want anyone to think that this was some straight shot and, you know, we went to the moon and it happened quickly and without any, you know, issue. No. But the point is, the foundation is that you need to know who you have.
Yeah.
You need to support their dreams as best you can, provided it fits within your framework of your family. And then give them the confidence and the support and the courage to go and seek their dreams. Because when they have those things behind them, then I don't think there's anything that could stop a person. I just don't.
You gotta be in motion. You have to, if you have a vision or a dream, you have to be dedicated to that.
You have to be dedicated, and you have to be willing. And he was, when he went to college, I used to always say to him, "Are you having any fun at school?"
Where did he go to college?
NYU.
Okay, so he went to
So he was in the city where there was
So-
lots of, you know.
So he graduated high school in Georgia,
Yeah.
right? And he had picked up the camera in 9th grade.
Yes.
So all throughout high school, he was, I'm guessing,
Doing creative things
Yeah.
with the camera.
shooting
And then,
his
you know,
whole
they
video,
were
right?
very, you know, that age group was very into doing things digitally
Okay.
and seeing things that others are doing socially, looking on Tumblr. You know, they're connecting in ways that most of us just didn't have that flexibility.
Right.
So you can see a lot, you can do a lot, you can,
You had the internet.
Yeah, they had access.
They had access,
To see to see the world and be inspired by the
Exactly.
world. What year was that?
So, I need to
Yeah.
get that. Yeah, 'cause, that could be home. Okay, I know what's going on. I wonder why it's all the calls.
You got the Kevin Gates 2 phones.
That's how you know she important.
Yeah.
Yes, so photography and then off to film school
Okay.
in New York City.
Because that was the focus at the time.
That was the focus at the time. He really wanted to do film, and it's still in his heart, and he will get there.
Okay.
But in the meantime, he was nabbed and pegged for doing photography, and that has been his way up.
How old is Tyler?
He just turned 30.
So you just turned 30. Okay.
He just turned 30. 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Oh,
That's
Everybody's on the
a
top.
milestone birthday.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
What was I gonna ask you? So I remember when we originally talked the first time, you said that he started to go to school, and I think he called you over the summer or something like that. And he was like, "Mom, I just want to be an artist," and you were like,
What's an artist?
Right.
What would that look like?
Yeah.
I didn't ask him. I just looked at him like, tell me more.
because he went for film and then he started to do photography, and
Yeah.
then he said he just wanted to be classified as an artist.
Yes, and now he is.
Tell us how that conversation went.
So I remember going in and speaking with him about, you know, like what's next? You know, how's school, how's college?
Yeah.
I noticed you're going, you know, to some photography classes, but you really went originally for film. And he went away one summer, and the photography was incredible. And so the professor there mentioned, you know,
Like a study
follow your
abroad
heart.
type of thing?
Yeah, in Cuba. And
Okay.
so he said, you know, you have a great eye, follow your intuition.
Mm.
And so he never went away from movie making. And even during the COVID, he would do this whole movie thing in his apartment because you couldn't leave you couldn't leave home. And so he would do like, I think it was called A Night at it was like a movie thing, and it was like 24 hours, and he played all of his favorite movies. And he would call some of the people who were in the movies to see if they would do an interview. And so he was always creating.
Wow, so
he was always thinking of.
So that's like a documentary.
Yeah.
That
Or like, you know, like if he liked a certain movie, he says at 12 o'clock, we're gonna play this movie. And the screenwriter, I'm gonna get them on, and they're gonna do a little conversation with me about the movie. So he's always been thinking of ways to.
Is that on YouTube?
It is somewhere out there. Yeah.
Find that.
A Night at the Movies.
I actually
think
like
it's
that.
called.
And
Yeah.
then you
It
talk
was
to the
24
people.
hours. He had to stay up, and we were like, how are you gonna do this? But you know, you think about the details later. But anyway, yes, he said he wanted to be an artist. Never was a photographer. Never called himself one. In the beginning, because I think he was seeing the big picture beyond just a person behind a camera.
Right.
How can I make that a bigger place to be than just taking? And he would always say to me, Mom, I'm not taking, you know, I gotta say, do you want to take pictures of the family or somebody or whatever?
Was he his first muse?
He never took a picture of me. I think I have one of it that he took of me.
Really?
Maybe a few. Because everything is intentional.
Yeah.
And it needs to be in a space appropriately appointed and strategic to the mission. You don't just waste your time going and saying, okay, yeah, I'll take a picture of you. Yeah, I'll take. No, it's intentional. It is very focused.
That
It
seems
is
to be
on
the
mission.
word of
It's
y'all
on
family.
task. Yeah.
Because you walked in highlighting intentionality.
Right.
And now you're getting back to how your son operates as far as in his profession. So like that word intentional or just having intentionality, is that the proper term?
Yeah, intentionality.
Yeah. It's just having that, you know, always at the forefront of why you do things, how you do things, and you know, what am I looking to get from this?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
that how you?
And
Were you
it
raised
even
something?
went a step further. It wasn't how I was raised, no.
Where'd you get it from?
So I was just gonna tell you about that. So when Tyler went away to school and left Atlanta to go to college, I decided, okay, I've been putting off getting this master's degree forever.
Okay.
And he's gone now. I've raised him and he's headed to college. So I said to my husband, I think I'm ready to go figure this out and get my master's degree. So he says, oh, okay. And so I started looking, but I was very specific. I wanted something that was going to be useful at this point in my life because I wasn't beginning a career. It was going to have to be useful for the rest of my life. And so I found a degree, which was a spiritual psychology, because I always wanted it to be in psychology. So I found a school out in California, in Santa Monica. And so I went for 3 years every month out to Cali to get
This
my
was-
degree.
So you went and traveled. And how long did you stay?
1 week a month, I had to go out and be in California
Wow. For 3 years.
for 3 years.
This guy now is crazy.
Let's travel somewhere.
Right. You still sitting on it?
Yeah,
So,
I said, no,
so
no.
I say that to say, even for myself,
That was quite the.
Well, before you skip over but you said spirituality.
Spiritual psychology.
Spiritual psychology. I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's everybody says that, but it is.
Explain a little?
So it looks at the study of why you behave the way you behave and how that is related to your spiritual, sort of the thing that drives you, what drives your spirit, what makes you who you are. Everyone always thought it was religious. It's not about religion. It's more about your spirit. Like, what makes you do what you do? What makes you motivated to do what it is that you want to do? What makes you dream? What made me decide that I could do this? Because I can tell you right now, if someone came in here and said, Helen Mitchell, would you like to go for 3 years across the country?
You're going to say no.
I'm going to say no. You know why? I know too much. Because I now know a lot of things. Oh, I have to worry about this and I have to worry about that. But in the moment when I was trying to get this degree, there was one thing on my mind. I want my master's degree, and that's what I wanted in. And so if I gotta, get on a plane like a bus and out to Cali once a month, it's okay. I didn't even think of it. I was just thinking I'd get on a plane. My husband said I was acting like it was a downtown commute.
For sure.
But I would get on the plane and I would go and I'd study while I was on the plane, 5 hours, and then I'd get to school, I'd go to class that night, and then I'd keep it rolling. I don't even think I knew what I was really doing. I just knew there's the degree and I need it, and that's it.
But there's like 45 schools in a 30-mile
That's what my husband said, but they didn't have the degree.
I was about to say.
They didn't have the degree.
And you said you picked that because you wanted something useful for your life right now.
Yes, and that particular degree was an experiential one that took coaching, life coaching, and gave you skills that I honestly believe are the skills that I began to hone and impart on my family, not just my son, but my entire family. I was a different individual after having gone out there and studied.
That seems like something that I would be super interested in.
It's changed my life. It has really made me very connected and spiritually. I don't talk to everybody. You guys, if you think I just go around talking to people, I don't talk to everybody. But something about you connected me, and I felt like, I'm gonna talk to these people. I'm good with this. I don't even talk to most people about Tyler.
Really?
Wow.
No, I don't. Because I am very clear that our children, it's their journey, it's their story to tell. I just happen to be the treasure box where the story happened. I'm the one who saw day in and day out how it was. I don't, people say, aren't you so, no. I'm not all that about him because that's his journey. And if I ever got it confused and if I ever got in the way of that, I would have never been able to be on the sidelines cheering him on. Instead, I'd have been like some moms who want to manage or want to be there so and so. I never wanted that. No. I always wanted, and I I will forever let him find his way. And I think that's the most important thing any parent can do.
I think that was the real reason why we wanted to talk to you, because we want your side of the story as a parent raising the creative, because we know we're creatives and our parents are not the creatives. We are not even say they're not creative, because I think everybody is some type of creative, but they don't understand us and what we do and how we do and having a creative. So
collective. They
try to be supportive, but
they're leery. They're suspicious.
Coming up, because my mother had 2 creative children, which is so funny. My sister's an actress, and then I've been dancing my whole life. So for her to have 2 creative children, she was supportive, and she was like, oh, that's great. I love seeing you guys do it. But it's like, okay, go to college and get a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I like that you can do this and you're good at it, but again, you don't make money. Right, you don't make money doing those things.
Or make it make sense.
I even did that when Tyler first went to college. I was saying, okay, I get the film school and everything, But you know, NYU has an incredible business program. Had you given any thought to like a business like a minor or like, you know, like so you can run your own business
What was
too?
your response?
Because my husband and I had our own businesses. So we always saw things through the lens
What did you guys do?
so of an entrepreneur. So I do events. So I'm a certified meeting professional, and I do events for clients all around the world. So I do conferences. That's why this phone was ringing, because I have a conference going on in Dallas, and so I have clients, and
You have a conference going on right now in Dallas?
That you put together.
Yeah, because there's staff there. They know what they're doing.
I know that's right.
Yeah. And you want to be able to do that because, you know, I'm not 20, so I can't be going around the country like I used to. But
Like you
the
still
point,
do.
like I still do.
Okay.
But the point is that you need to see where you want to, like what the end result is, like where you're going,
Yeah.
and be sure that you can get there. And yes, that's why I think it's so important for creative parents to talk to someone else, because they only see it through the lens of, I don't want them to come back.
Fear lens. We call that the fear lens.
You know, I want them to have money, so they don't have to have money from me.
So they don't
I
ask
want
me.
them off the payroll.
Yeah.
You know, I want go live whatever, but just be able to afford it. And yeah, we all want that for them. Yeah, we all do. And we have to. That's why I feel like the spiritual psychology degree took me to that last little hurdle of being able to say, go, do what it is you need to do. I don't understand it. I don't need to understand it, but I will support you.
And how much time or thought process did you put into like, hey, all right, man, he's going to college. I'm about to go. Because you said you're a master's, so you had an undergraduate degree. What was that in?
That was in education.
So you had it in education, but then was something going on in your life where you're like, yo, I just need to go a little bit deeper, or?
I felt like that. I felt like it was my turn now. You know, it was my turn to live my dream.
Were you always like a real spiritual person?
I was always, still am.
Yeah.
I get energy, like there's no accident that I walked in here and this book is here.
Nothing happened
There's
by
no
accident.
accident that I'm talking to you guys again, because most people I'd be saying, no, I don't want to talk to anybody. No, I got too much to do. A conference in
For
Dallas.
sure.
But spiritually, I am connected, and I've always felt like I was connected. So going out to California just solidified for me that I had gotten the right master's degree. So we actually graduated the same year.
Okay.
Yeah, when he graduated, I was graduating that next summer. So it was cute. Yes.
Gotta give her a round of applause for
Yes.
that. Tell us about your husband, because I'm listening to this story. You just put in perspective who Tyler was and how he moves. And then you talked about yourself and you know how you move with intentionality, right? And then you said your husband thought like me. It's 45 colleges here in this city in a 30-mile radius, and you want to go way to Santa Monica.
Right.
And he was like, okay, bro, go ahead on and do it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that guy, because that guy sounds
he's
like
supportive.
a special individual.
Right.
He's very he is a special individual. He has 3 sons.
Okay.
We have 1 together, and then he has 2 additional. And I think that having raised, and
So
there's
you're
a gap.
around all guys.
All guys. I think because there's such a gap between the 2 sets of brothers, I think you get to make the mistakes, if you will, or you get to maybe not see things as clearly with the older ones. And then when you get this one that's like, 12 years younger than the others,
You handle it completely different.
you handle it differently and you see things differently, and you realize that the things you did with the other 2 that didn't work, you're not going to do those again. You're not going to repeat them again. So he had the benefit of having a dad who really was an entrepreneur forever, had his own business, successful business, passed down to one of the older sons.
Okay.
And so that whole thing about taking risks, because you know, entrepreneurs, it's a risk business. You know,
It is a risk business.
it does.
It's a fake
You know,
business.
it's a risk business. It's
Fake
a
for
risk
sure.
business. You are believing in yourself, believing in
That's
the
why I
fact that
said
you
fake.
can do what it is you want to do, and that whatever is supposed to come your way is supposed to come. And so you're hoping and praying, and you got to make things happen. You got to figure things out. There may be a time where it's lean. There may be a time where you really have lots of contracts. But the thing is, you never stop believing that you could do this business. And so his dad was first an entrepreneur. When we got married and I came to Georgia, my husband was like, well, what are you gonna, I said I wouldn't come without working. So I worked for a corporation because I never knew entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I only knew you work for someone, you get a paycheck, and you keep moving. But when I got here, I then learned from him that take a chance, take a risk. You have enough information to do something. Just go in there and figure it out. And then when you figure it out, then you can start a business. I'll start a business.
Yeah.
I've been working since I was 15 years old. I've never not had a job. I don't know how to be an entrepreneur, but he taught me. And I think that that's what he's done for all the boys, is told them no matter what it is, whether it's insurance or corporate or whatever it is you want to do, just be about it, be serious about it, and do it well, and do it so that everyone knows you're serious about what you're doing. You don't have to be an entrepreneur if you don't want to.
No.
You can be whatever it is you want to be, and I think that's what he always told the boys. And then when I said I was going to school, he was like, go. And so I said, really? He's like, yeah, you've been talking about it. You found a degree you wanted, go. The first month that I was out in California, I realized, oh my God, I'm out here by myself. I don't even know anybody in LA, really. And then I called him and I said, I think I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna do this thing. He said, oh no, you're not. Oh,
You locked in.
No, my dear. You gonna be out there.
Right.
You're going next month and the next month, because this is what you said. And that's the other thing. Have people around you
That's
who also believe in your dream, who are going to encourage you. And when you get weak and feel like, oh, Jesus, I can't do this, they'll say, look, keep going, keep going, keep going until you get what it is that you need to have.
Community is important.
Community.
Yes,
the people
sure.
around you are the most important things you could have.
Definitely.
You can have tools, you can know people, you can have, followers or whatever. It's your inner circle who's going to tell you the truth and really stir you in the direction. If it's not your parents, and it doesn't have to always be, I'm not saying, we the believers and know everything. We don't. But if you surround yourself with your group of your support team, as they said, who's your cabinet? Who are your people? And you need those.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, Helen is not a paid spokesperson for y'all to join the collective.
But
She believes it.
No,
She
I do.
understands it.
yeah,
I do.
community is important for sure.
Community is
Is
everything. It is everything, because if you don't have those people around you to keep you going, you just as soon as give up as not do it.
Yeah.
So you want to have strong people around you, people who you can look. That's why they call it mentoring. Why do you think you need a mentor? You need a mentor because you don't know everything.
Right.
Right.
And so you better find somebody else who
Find
knows.
somebody.
Like I was saying, I could be a technician after all,
Right.
seeing how you do
Put
all
everything together.
I said I could be because why? Because I don't know how to do this. But if I wanted to know, I now know someone who I could go to and say, help me to understand, what are you doing over here and how does this all work? So find your lane where you want to be. Mine happened to be spiritual psychology. Tyler was, photography and filmmaking, and go for it. Don't stop until you get to a stop. And when you get to a stop, find out why you have that stop and move it out the way and keep on going. Just keep going. If you don't move and you just stand still and say, oh Jesus, it's all gonna fall apart, it will fall apart, because what you believe in is what will happen.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing that I learned. I learned a lot of skills and tools that I live in my life and that I'm hoping that I'm imparting. I'm not hoping. I impart on my family. And
you're imparting on the world right now. Because
when I went to school, they said, you're here, and what you learn here, you'll be able to change and make the world different. And I have done that, I believe.
We are making the world a different place.
And you all are too.
I'm sitting here talking to you. This is an intentional
Absolutely.
conversation.
But had you not done what you did before to create this environment, there would be no reason for me to come over here and talk to you.
Very true.
Very true.
Very true.
So you set the stage for this to happen. And for you to be able to find the creatives who need to come here and get inspired and do what they need to do and collaborate and create community and be able to make this bigger and better and take it somewhere else, even beyond what
That
it is.
we don't even know where it's going to go.
You don't need to.
We don't.
You don't.
We just got to create it.
One step at a time,
One
one
step.
thing at a time.
Keep moving
Just
forward.
keep moving. Just keep moving. It'll be good.
Keep singing.
Just keep dreaming. I always tell my son, dream big. Dream bigger than that. Because if I just say dream big, you don't know what big is. So what's big look like? Dream bigger than big. Just keep dreaming.
What is the dream now for you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I finally got clarity. That's another thing. Take time until you get your signal that that's what you're in the right place.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to write a book.
Okay, author.
Yeah.
I have one. It's called The Journal of Joy,
Okay.
because joy was my whole sort of topic that I studied while I was in my master's program. But I want to go to the next level, and I want to do a book on mothering an icon. And it's not about the person, but I'm an icon.
Yeah.
True.
And so I need mothering.
Yeah.
And I might have a nephew who needs mothering. So the mothering the icon is the person in you who's the icon that's wanting to be big and wanting to grow and wanting to succeed, and what that means in terms of mothering. So I want to do this book, Mothering the Icon. That's number one. I have 3 things. Second thing I want to do is motivational speaking. I've been going to Spelman actually, and doing some speaking there on dining etiquette and different topics that I really want to really fine-tune so that I could do them at lots of different colleges and universities. But I love speaking, and I love speaking to young people.
I like that.
So I really want to be able to impart some things that I think are important when you go out in the world once you graduate, that have to do with protocol, knowing before you go, dining experience, just knowing some things that are gonna set you apart and make you a little different from another candidate for
Some ideas.
you know, for some things. And then the third thing that I want to do, so it's the book, it's the speaking, and then what I really want to do is to be able to be a resource and create resources that are going to help both those efforts, both the motivational speaking and both the writing of the book. So those are my 3 things that I finally got clarity around.
Those
So
are great things.
now that I've said it to you,
Yeah, it's out there.
I gotta be held accountable.
Yes,
Yeah.
and guess who's
We'll
gonna?
check back with
We're gonna be
And it's
holding you
gonna
accountable.
happen.
We're gonna check in,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
and we got.
I have
Already
no doubt.
started.
I have no doubt.
It already started.
On the book?
Oh,
I started on the book, and I like I said, I've been going to the campuses, and then I want to be a motivational speaker to a lot of women's groups. Like instead of creating the events, which is what I've done all my career, I want to be able to go into an event and be the speaker at that event. So that's the motivational
so curate
speaking.
your own events. Or
I don't want to
you don't wanna
curate any
curate.
more
You want
events.
You want
I want to
people
go
to-
in and they
Be
say,
invited.
"Hey,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
come
Helen is
speak
here."
to my women's
Gotcha.
group." Or,
Okay.
yeah, I want to be able to do that
Okay.
so that I can really be really impactful and make a difference.
I see a dining experience. When I see the event, I see it as a dining experience.
Yes, I'm getting ready to speak to 500 HBCU students. through
That was
Thurgood
larger than what I
Marshall.
saw, but
Right.
okay.
So and that's gonna be in June
Okay, where?
here in Atlanta. They're
Okay.
coming here,
You might have to pull up on me.
I know.
What day?
June 12th.
Oh, we
That's
gonna-
12. Did you do that?
No, I
You
didn't.
did do that.
But yeah, I did. But yes, June.
You
That's
wanted
what's
to
up.
be here.
Isn't that exciting?
I hope you won't be here.
So see what I'm saying?
In
These
Mexico.
Yeah.
I love it.
y'all going to Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, well have fun. Because you need fun too.
You do. You have to have some fun.
You have to have fun.
Because the life of an entrepreneur can be very stressful.
It can be.
So yeah, you need to take breaks sometimes.
And that's why you need to just breathe and have a plan.
Mhm.
You know what the next step is going to be. And I believe that what is for you is for you. It can't
For
be
sure.
kept away.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I love
What
you
God
guys.
has for
We
you.
like you. You know, we like
Definitely
you.
has for you.
This has been amazing and inspiring.
I've
Sure.
learned a lot of things. I didn't know what to expect. I kind of, with these conversations, we have these, but I kind of keep it open. I kind of keep my expectation. I want to be surprised every time. And I am very surprised with this one. So I hope, the community feels the same way.
I hope
Got the
so.
drums.
You know what?
Where can people tap in with you?
So it's Mitchell at meetingadvisor.com, and that's my meeting advisor. That's my event. And I am on LinkedIn, so
Okay.
Helen Mitchell, and my Instagram is Helen lowercase then Mitchell XL.
Hold on, say that again.
Helen lowercase. What's that little dash?
Underscore.
Underscore.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, that's the
Helen
word.
underscore.
See,
Gotcha.
I need
Gotcha.
Helen underscore Mitchell
Got you.
XL.
Excel.
That's my Instagram.
Okay.
And so, yeah. I'm
Mother of an
excited.
icon coming soon.
Yep.
Mother and an icon.
Mother and an icon.
Mother and an icon.
Mother
Can't
and
wait.
And that's inside us. That's, that's all of us. Hopefully we're mother and that icon.
Yep.
Because that's how we get the confidence to be able to do whatever it is we want to do. Or mother whoever we need to mother. Even ourselves. Yeah.
Intentional.
Intentional.
Dandy.
Learn about it. Freedom.
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 Icon.
Icon. All of those are words
Those
together, right?
are those are words that I'm sitting here
I'm
like,
gonna add it to the community list.
There you
To your
go.
community list.
okay,
Yeah, because I think that's important.
those are all.
The dreaming, the intentionality. Intentional about a dream will get you to the end of that goal.
Yeah.
So,
That's why this segment is called Dreamers Create. Cool. Because if you're not intentional and you're not moving, the create part is kind of the biggest part. Because without that, there is no cool. We don't even sit here and talk to you.
I want to be cool.
You are, man.
Yeah. And we were talking about that, and I said,
You are.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Stick with the.
I am cool.
Yeah.
Thank
that's
you.
It, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank
being here
you.
today. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Do you have one last gem or something you want to leave? Just,
Yes.
okay.
So the one last gem that I would like to leave is you matter. You're enough. Took a long time to believe that for myself, but you are enough. You don't have to live up to anybody else's standards. We're all taught that we do, but somewhere in your heart you really have to believe that you are enough. That's to me paramount.
You're not.
You're enough.
You're not.
You're enough. I am enough.
Thank
You're
you.
enough.
Thank you for being here.
You're enough.
I am enough.
The cool has happened.
The cool has happened.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Welcome to Cool World, that place where dreamers live.